guys. I'm here with Susanne, and Suzanne did Unlimited Abundance Live 2015. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely awesome, Chrissy. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up because I heard you had some really cool things happen in the last year for yourself. Could you give us a little insight what your life was like before Unlimited Abundance and what's happened over the year?
Absolutely. My life before Unlimited Abundance was like really tough and really rough for me. I'm gonna be really honest. I was in a loveless relationship, like borderline abusive, relationship, stuck in that relationship. And, I was in that relationship out of fear because I had a child. And, for me, it was like kind of like, wow, I felt that I had to stay stuck into that relationship until I just find a way, to get out of it. And I couldn't find the way out. And so what happened is that I went on to a journey to find a way for me to just like start, a business, and, I was trying to find, like ways for me to just really, burn myself up, financially so that I could just get out of this relationship and just be by, just be by myself, like be independent. And so what happened is that I got, involved into home business, and I was working for 2 years and a half nonstop. And like literally I was spending a lot of money, nothing was happening, spending a lot of money on personal development courses, didn't get any kind of, like nothing, like no results really. And when I found, you, things change basically. So like very drastically in a very quick way.
Okay, so like what are some of the cool things that you manifested?
So what happened is that it's just like amazing. Like I literally was, as soon as I started like getting into, your tools, like using your tools on a daily basis, instantly feeling the energy, I started getting people into my business. I started getting sales, and then, I was attracting people that I wanted to attract into my business, right? Because of me raising my vibration, right? And I was like, oh my God, this is working. And I actually, really being honest, I have really embraced, like everything that you said. I was totally 100% coachable. And I was like, okay, I need to do that on a daily basis, and I do need to do it repeatedly. I do not want to stay in that position that I am in. I'm going for it, and I'm running with it, right? So that was the mindset that I had. And so I just been going. So I manifested, like I was starting manifesting sales, people coming on my team, producers, like high quality people coming onto my team, so that it's sort of like, I started getting four figures days, like $3,500 days, like $7,500 days, pretty much, for a while I was like getting sales every single day, and I'm still getting sales, but it just happened so kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but when I really started, using the tools, it was like, when you unplugged, you unplug something from the sink, like, yeah. And then, the whole, it's like unclogging, like your blood, your blood cells. I don't know how to explain it. It's just unclogging the crap, basically. I became a conduit, to the light, and I just attracted, and I've been attracting, and I've been using, the tools on a daily basis. And what happened is that because I started making so many sales, the company that I'm working with, like, so that I was crushing it basically, and so I became a top producer, and I started going on to calls, like leadership calls, and I'm going to be flying to Florida, I'm in UK, to Florida in August, mid-August, speaking on stage in front of thousands of people, and I'm going to share my story. So, and the crazy thing is that the intention that I was setting, when we started, because you ask us, all of us, to just set intention, right? So my intention was like, I really want to take my daughter. My intention was like to leave my partner. I left my partner in December. So how long did it take? It takes September, October, November, December, gone. He was gone. Wow. The way he was gone was not exactly the most graceful way, but again, I've learned a lot. What really, really, is invaluable about what I've learned with you, Chrissy, is that it's the awareness. I'm becoming so much more aware, what's going on. And, when something is not going right, I just know what it is that I need to work on to just clear it. And that, to me, it's invaluable, it really is. So, no more, like of that relationship. And then what happened is that my intention was to go to take my daughter. My daughter is 3 years old, to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And the event is in Orlando.
Wow.
Just literally 5 minutes. The hotel is like 5 minutes from Disneyland.
Wow. So
that's how the universe is working. When you set clear intention and you work with the tools on a daily basis, and you don't fail, you don't let yourself down, this is what happens. I had my vision board every single day, and I was, doing. The thing is, before I was doing too much, and I wasn't being enough. And because of, you coming into my life, you taught me how to be. You have to be and do at the same time, and it has to have a balance. So that's what I did. And I was doing the being at night, and then through the day, and then through the, through, a little bit through the days. And then I was doing, which was connecting with people, building connections, because that's what it's like, business, you have to build, connections. And so I'm hoping that, whoever is watching this is really understanding how powerful this is. And, I'm so grateful. I will be forever grateful. And I even, want to, whatever opportunity I have to work with you, I'd love to work with you. So
honestly, that's amazing. And I hope everyone really actually heard what you were saying when you were saying you had to be before you could do. You know what I'm saying? It's about bringing in the higher vibration so that everything manifests versus just doing, but you're like totally disconnected. So that's a powerful, powerful thing. I feel like a couple people would have some questions, so I'm going to just ask, how many, what percentage do you think you increased your income? Do you know?
Oh my God. Okay, so I was making, before I started Unlimited Abundance, I was stuck at, I'm being honest, $600-700 a month. I was literally still on, with benefit. I had to have my benefits because it wasn't enough and everything. And so, and then, obviously, I was my ex as well. So it just helped, but what was I going to say is now I've generated, since I started Unlimited Abundance, I generated 90, actually, I'll tell you 6 figures, over 100K.
Wow.
That's in 11 months.
Wow.
We're not talking, and I'm going to be really transparent, it's not all profit. So, really profit, it's 70, but it's a lot of money, more money than what I was doing before. It's amazing. It's just changed my life. Really.
Yeah. No, it's from being totally disempowered in a way, right, to being completely empowered. That's life changing.
Absolutely. I never knew what it was like, to make 4 figures days, $3,500, sales, from one person, I'm like, wow, I've never done that, Right. The relief when, when it comes through, and, because you've done something, just because you've been you shared your value, you shared who you are, you're caring about people's success, you're caring about what, what they want, it's just amazing, you know. It really amazes me, and even more when people are, you know, they're happy with what you provided to them, you know, and they're getting results as well, which you know all about, because, you know, like, so many people, you've changed so many people's lives, so
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah, but that's why I do it. I do it from the same way that you get happy when you see people's life change, right?
yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. The feeling is better, is is the best feeling in the world. It really is. It really is.
All right, and then one more question. Some people wonder how long it takes to do it. Like, how did you, in the beginning, apply it to your daily life? Did it take a long time? Did you only do it at night? Did you do it here and there throughout your day? Like, what was it like?
I have to be honest with everybody, and I hope that everybody really take that on. Okay, you have to be obsessed with what you want. Okay, you know, I was obsessed with getting results. I have to be honest, right? So from the moment I got access to your audios, you know, your first unlimited, the moment I got access to that, I just dived in. I was just like, because the webinar, when I learned, you know, when I met you on the webinar, without you knowing, I was like, tears flooding through, you know, like tears, because I just felt the love, and I felt the energy, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot what it felt like. I forgot how it felt, you know, like to feel like that. And I was craving for the light. I was craving for the love. I was craving for, you know, the universe to just be on my side, like, really. And so when I just, you know, I got access to the audios, I literally went for it, listened to it, 2-3, like, each audio I would listen with before going to the next one. I would listen to one audio 3 times, like at night, and then you know, I'll go to bed, and then I'll put you, you know, in my ears. Then I'll just first thing in the morning, I'll put you back in my ears. Then after that, I will just write down all, you know, my statements that felt true to me. You have to really listen to, you know, it's hard because the first time I listened to it, I fell asleep, because the energy is so powerful, and, you know, there's so many things that, you know, your body has to rearrange, you know, your unconscious has to rearrange, and, you know, your soul basically is trying to sort out so many things. So for me, that was my reaction. I'll just spark out. That's why I would just listen to it at night. I said, it doesn't matter if I spark out, I know it's going inside. The next morning it's better, because you're fresh, and it's like you're alert, and you're more aware. So I would just write down, oh, that's me. So I would write them down, and then I would put it in my iPhone, and I would just record myself, and then I would listen to myself, you know, like every time I have a little break in the day. I'll just basically just put, you know, my earplug. I'll just listen to it, and I'll repeat it with it. You know, I'll speak it out. I speak it into existence. That's what I want to say.
Right.
I really speak it with existence and emotions and all of that stuff. And then I just repeat it. And sometimes I would repeat it for 100 times. Something that, you know, 100 times, you know, like nonstop. Even I'll sing it, you know, I'll just find my ways, you know. And so basically, you know, to answer your question, really, if you really do the way, you know, if you become obsessed with it, and you do it every single day, and you really, even when you don't feel like it, because, you know, most likely when you don't feel like it is exactly when you need it. Okay. And that's the truth, right?
Yeah, totally.
So do it, push yourself and do it. And I promise you, I mean, I started getting the result pretty much within like a week or a couple of weeks. I was starting, you know, manifesting things. I wish that I had my diary next to me. It's not next to me right now, but I remember starting, I have to be honest, I put my hands up. I'm terrible at writing things, you know, like in diaries and stuff like that. So I did start doing that at the beginning of the of the coaching. But then when I started getting all those results, I was like, oh well, I don't need to write it. It's just working for me. It's working. It's working for everybody else anyway. So, but yeah. So my advice is just get into it. Push. Put yourself, immerse yourself into what Chrissy is teaching you, the tools, and don't give up, because if things turns up, because what happened with me is that a lot of things were like obstacles were coming my way, and I didn't see them as obstacles, because Chrissy teaches you to not see them as obstacles. It's gifts from the universe to tell you to just change the direction of what you're doing, and to amend, to just change the direction, to have that awareness. Is the universe telling you, look, this is happening to you right now, is because that's actually the block. This is, that's the block that you have to get what you want. So, and for me, with that mindset, with that, that it was, I always felt grateful, Chrissy. Every time there was something like something I didn't like that would happen, I'll just say, look, I'm grateful for that, because I understand why it's happened. Yeah. I took the lesson from it. Yeah. And so when you take the lesson from it and you clear it, you remove it from yourself, your body, your spirit, your energy, things, manifest, it's like you're open conduit, to what you want. and it starts happening, and it starts happening really pretty fast. So I would say, if you just really listen, it could happen within days, I mean, for me, like a couple of weeks. Yeah,
but no, thank you for sharing that, because some people, I mean, everyone's got their different pace, right? So some people, they say, oh, I listened to it, at nighttime, or I listened to it when I was driving my car, or I listened to it with my kids during dinner time, or things like that. So, and some people are really, really intense like you. Like, my energy is more like you. I would just be intense about it and just get all my blocks gone right away. So the whole rest of the year is about manifesting really cool stuff, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I just love, my passion really, Chrissy, it's like, because before I had my daughter, I was a an angelic Reiki master, so I did spiritual stuff, but I could never manifest money. I could manifest like little things, Yeah. And I clearly had some really deeply ingrained belief that, like, for some reason, well, I know why, because of my childhood. Obviously, my parents, like, growing up, it wasn't the greatest. I had a pretty traumatic anyway, teenage years, so, but the reason is that because I thought that money was scarce, money was for everybody else, but not me.
Right. That's a profound shift. As soon as you owned abundance and money, so.
Yeah. So I was like, and it's very, very typical in people that are in healing, art, isn't it? You know that, don't you? Yeah. There's that money is for everybody else, but it's not for me, And it's like, well, no, it's for everybody, Yeah. It's just a tool, right? It's a tool.
Yes. Abundance is just a tool, and and the cool thing is that you're empowered. I can't wait to see, like, in your lifetime, how much more money, right? Like, that you earned just because you changed your life at this moment. I mean,
absolutely,
that's profound. So, any parting words of advice for somebody who's on the fence and thinking, I don't know if I can do it? What would you say to them?
I would say just follow your heart, okay? Just open your heart. And from my experience, I would say I have spent a lot of money on personal development. So if you're someone like me, or not, like, like, you're like, well, but I've spent so much money on this, and I can't, I want it, but because that's the process that I went through when I met, I found you. I was like, I didn't have the money. In fact, let me just give you the story. I didn't have the full amount, and for, thank you thank you Chrissy, and thank you the universe. You gave, the option to pay in free installments. So I had just about the money, to pay for the first month, and I went with faith because of hearing so much of the testimonials, so many success stories, and the way Chrissy made me feel, and I felt the energy, and I felt that it was working. It was already working because I was, I had a release on that webinar, and I was so. If you're like that, please just do it because it's going to transform your life. Okay, just go with it, and have faith, and just be, coachable. Listen to what Chrissy tells you, and know that you're not on your own, because there's a massive family waiting for you to just literally, and I want to say that as well, Chrissy, by the way, there's a massive family waiting for you, to support you, to nurture, to help you grow. The people that I have made friends with in the group, in the Facebook group, is amazing. Some of them, it's going to be lifetime friendship. So you're not on your own. Like Chrissy is here, there's going to be a lot of other soulmates, I have to say, soulmates waiting for you. And it's going to be amazing. So just do it. That's what I want to say. Just do it. Like the Nike adverts, just do it.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite slogans too. Just do
it.
Really, just get over yourself and just do it.
I think that's because I've heard you say that, once. I think that's what I'd say. Let's do it. Just do it. Yes. Okay, so yes, absolutely. Do not, I did not have the money, for the second month as I was starting, but I went with faith, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this work. It's time. It's my time to shine. It's my time to break free from that I'm not enough, that I can't do it, or I can't. No, I have to do this. I have to do this because it's my life and it's my daughter's life. I don't know about you if you have kids or not, but for me, I needed to do this, for myself and my child. I needed to give her the best, because right now I have the tools to help my daughter as well.
Yeah,
it's gonna help you help your children and many generations understand as well that it's not only about you. By you doing the work on yourself, you are going to impact so many other people, your family, everybody around you are going to be impacted by what you're doing, like, to yourself, because you're becoming the light. And so you're giving permission to other people to become the light too. Yeah,
no, it's totally true. You get to positively affect all the people that you're helping grow their business,
and
things like that.
Yeah.
So, And
yes.
that affects their families, right? And
so
on and so on
yes.
and so on. So
Absolutely. And that's exactly what you're doing, Chrissy. You just, you've helped me empower myself, and now I have been empowering other people because of it.
Yeah.
So it's not only about, like you helping one person at a time. You understand, and we all understand now that it's about empower, the earth. We're all working together to just empower everybody.
Yeah.
To help them, because that's who we are,
That's so beautifully said. I know. Okay, you have been delightful. Thank you. I'm so happy I got to see your gorgeous face and all this light coming from you. And thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.